much is the loophole. So,
Didn't I establish that we shouldn't establish loopholes?
Yeah.
So, you might want to fix that answer, Chief.
Vantage is a podcast by teenagers, for teenagers, or for those looking to better understand them. We will be exploring the internal dialogue of our high schoolers' minds while on our commute from school to the Boys and Girls Club of Westchester Liberty in our 12-person van. Have you ever had a thought in your head so crazy it scared you? You are not alone. Vantage, getting our teens out of their heads and into building unfiltered community. Hi, I'm your co-host, Miss Jessica, Teen Program Coordinator at the Boys and Girls Club of Westchester Liberty, alongside a handful of chatty teens. And welcome to episode 2, the one about food, famous people, and life as we know it.
hey guys, welcome to Vantage. So, here's our first what if question. What if you could eat only one food for the rest of your life? What food would you choose and why? I will start us off. Personally, this is more me as an adult. I would pick a salad. And here's why. You can customize a salad. Ergo, you put different things on it, changing the food, but still eating the same thing.
I like that.
So pretty much is the loophole. So
Didn't I establish that we shouldn't establish loopholes?
Yeah.
So, you might want to fix that answer, Chief.
Well, you can pick all these toppings, but you don't have to use the same toppings every day?
exactly.
Okay.
That's a loophole. I said no loopholes.
Okay, in your scenario, is it just one singular item then?
Or is it a type of food? So like,
Because
could I say,
you could-
I
you
like
could get-
Italian. I want Italian for the rest of my life.
Well, I think that's kind of broad, but if you said like Chipotle,
True.
that's similar to a salad.
Okay.
Oh, that is true.
It depends. If you want to go like Chipotle or something, or like pick a restaurant's food, like you can only eat at that restaurant for the rest of your life, that can be another add-on. So you can either choose a restaurant or a specific food that you'd want to eat.
But this food can have multiple toppings, and it will
Correct.
still count as one.
So like a burger. You can put a lot of different things on a burger.
Gotcha.
I still classify that as a burger. Okay.
I would say salad too, because I can put chicken on.
Yeah, salads in that category.
Gummy worms on your
So the floor is open. If anybody wants to say any, have any input.
Bonefish grill.
Hey, bro, I want to get some gummy worms on my salad.
Yep.
Okay, next question.
You.
What if animals could talk? Which would be the rudest? Bonus points if you can do your best impression of that animal. Cat?
Would be the rudest.
Why would you think a cat would be the rudest?
Because they would tell
Cats
you
are
dumb all the
jerks.
time.
I feel like it depends because just like humans, we have our own characteristics.
Yes,
You know what I'm
You
saying?
say characteristics. Y'all got our own characteristics.
Yes, sir.
Oh, but it'll be crazy if you had a monkey.
To be honest, it depends on which animal is going to be the rudest.
If I do mine,
What?
sir.
It depends on which animal is going to be the rudest.
That's the question.
That's exactly what.
Harry.
Come on!
Do not mention the name Eric.
Personally, I honestly agree with Caitlin on this. I think that a cat, it's one of those, like, double-minded. If you could have an animal that's double-minded, that would be it. Because at one moment, a cat can be super duper nice, you know? Like, nice, caring, loving. But as soon as you get on its nerves, it hates you for the rest of its life.
Wow.
So, I mean, yeah. Does anybody else have anything to say in that question?
What you got for me?
Okay.
2 hands.
If you could invite 4 famous people to dinner, who would you choose? Where would you go? and why?
Oh, I got
I do.
one. Wait, how many celebrities?
4 people.
4.
Alright, Kevin Hart, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Then we got Rey Mysterio.
Alright.
And then we got Steph Curry. Yeah. And then you know where we're gonna go? We're gonna go to Chipotle.
Chipotle. I see.
And then we're gonna order a bowl of rice. We're gonna have some steak in there too.
Honestly, because money isn't a factor in this, kind of like Peyton brought up, I would pick Ruth's Chris. Ruth's
Is that a
Chris.
place?
It's a steakhouse, like right by Good American.
Wait, what's the most expensive place in America?
Probably that place. They have a steak that's $130.
What?
That's just the steak is
If I could
expensive.
take my 4 celebrities, I would have Marilyn Monroe, Tupac, Cameron Boyce, and Tom Holland, and then I would
Those are extremely conflicting
to, like-
emotions, but okay.
an ice cream place.
What if everything we will do has been predetermined?
Then I don't know.
That's pretty.
My question to that question, to kind of answer that, is do we know everything's been predetermined?
Yeah, that's what I
If I know everything's been predetermined, I'm just gonna go with what has been predetermined for me. If I don't know it, I'll just live my life and see what happens. Because in all reality, I'm about to get slightly religious. The Lord already knows everything that's going to happen in your life. So in reality, for Christians especially, that kind of is a bit of fact. And that we just live our lives and let the Lord just have his way. So, does anybody else have anything?
I would, I mean, back to what you said about the Lord and everything. I mean, since he specifically said he gave us free will, so we have a lot of different choices, so a lot of different paths.
Right.
But unless I, actually know what, the path, what the
What you're going to take
predetermined-
is.
what my fate is and whatever. Unless I know exactly what's gonna happen. It's like if it's a good fate, I'll just go with it. If it's a bad fate, I'm gonna at least try to live.
Or do
As
your
happy
best
as
to steer
possible.
away from it or something. Okay. What if plastic was banned? Which a lot of kind of supermarkets and all that have started to push for programs to not use plastic bags. Kind of I think Kroger's gonna make it so they don't ever have plastic bags for 5 years. So in 5 years, there's not going to be a plastic bag at Kroger. So, what would you do pretty much if plastic was banned? What I would do is, I would actually be kind of happy because I'm kind of a seafood lover. I know this is slightly off topic, but I'll kind of get back to the topic with it. And if plastic is still in the ocean, which it is, it takes so long to biodegrade. I'm pretty sure it takes. So what's it? I heard somewhere. I don't remember if it was for plastic or if it was a banana peel. I think it was plastic. It takes 1,000 years or something, or it takes very long to biodegrade. So that kind of helps more fish. It helps the ocean, and it helps people because it kind of gives us more food in a way. Because then we have a bit more food, and it can actually help. I don't want to say end world hunger, but it can help delay it, I'd say. So, does anybody have anything else they would like to say about what if plastic was banned?
It would also help, not just the environment, but the health of people, because the chemicals that are released, whether that's melting plastic or just using it, are just very bad. All the chemicals that are in plastic that are released, and some have been known to cause cancer.
Bisco girl's brain.
That too. Quite honestly, that too. Sheeta. Okay. Next question. Okay. What if you could spend your life never sleeping? What would you do with the extra hours in each day? So it kind of be a society where,
Sleep.
like, your body doesn't ever need sleep.
Does it need sleep or does it desire sleep?
Doesn't desire or need it.
Oh.
So, like, what would you do with those extra hours?
Sleep.
I mean, I would probably finish my homework I should have done a while ago.
Honestly, me
Maybe
too.
read up and stay up. Maybe learn a little bit more subjects. But, like,
Yeah.
just because we wouldn't have sleep and everything, I wouldn't be able to do whatever I want, like go running in the woods or something.
And
I
what?
would still have, like, the constraints if I was outside.
Why do you have to run in the woods?
I mean, like, if I wanted to go outside, I wouldn't be able to do that or, like, stuff like that.
Okay.
It's dark. And I'm a teenager, so.
Well,
But it would be so fun. I could do a lot more stuff.
what I think we could do is help, like, change how the school day is set up, potentially extend it. I know some people are getting mad at it, but let me get to my point. If you extend the school day, you have less school days overall, because since there's no desire to sleep for the body, you're able to stay up longer, which could help extend the school day. Ergo, more curriculum for kids, less days, and longer breaks, and longer summer break, especially.
Would you build in breaks throughout the day though? Because
Yeah, you would
your
build
body
it.
still needs a break during the day.
Yeah. You would build in, like for lunch. You know how we normally get, like, half hour? Generally, everybody does? Or for those who work, like, an hour, you get your hour lunch break, or dinner break, or breakfast break, or whatever. Because some people work late shifts. That could be extended. So it would kind of just help relax people better. I think people would be a bit more relaxed since they don't have to get as much crammed in. You know what I mean?
I think people would more often, like, cram more stuff in than become more relaxed.
Okay.
Like, a lot of people sleep to become relaxed. So, like, for them to have that extra hours and no excuse not to do anything or just close your eyes, people, like, most likely cram a lot of stuff in and become a lot more stressed.
So you think it would have an inverse effect? Okay. That's very interesting. Okay. What if you could send a short message to the entire world? What would you say? And this message, I am kind of throwing this little kink in here. It can't be related to, like, YouTube stuff because, quite honestly, who's gonna want to tell the entire world something about YouTube? Personally, I would tell people, everybody pitch in to help these third world countries get water. Because all of these countries can get food, but not a lot of them can get, like, clean drinking water. Now, an organization that's kind of already doing this is Child's Hope International. And for those, like, elementary students out there, because I believe you guys also listen to this, they might come to your school by an off chance, and they can actually tell you more about it. Otherwise, you can just search them up, go to their website, look at what they do. So, yeah. Anybody else think of anything?
I would say love and respect yourself and love and respect each other. Because I feel like that would hit all the other issues that you would want to tell to the whole world.
Okay.
I would say, like, do you have no common sense? Because, like, I feel like if you were to tell them to, like, oh, let's drink water and stuff, it would be great, but I don't think a lot of people would listen because a lot of people are selfish. But, like, if people were force them to see themselves and, like, how they really are, because then they would have, like, a shock of reality.
Like, show people their selfishness.
Yeah, because if you do that, people get people always want to act like they're the best or stuff. So if you were to like show them that they're like bad, they would try to get everyone's favor to become like good in their eyes. So like, cause a lot of people, they don't seem to think things through. So like, if you were to force them to show how foolish they're acting, or like how childish, then maybe it would change something.
Okay. So, next question. This is more of just kind of a funny one. What if your zipper was down and you didn't notice?
What is what?
So pretty much, what would happen if your fly was open and nobody told you?
Oh man.
Funny story. I was on a retreat about a month ago with my church, and the lead singer of the band that played, when he was 17, he was actually performing in front of his church, and his fly was out. Nobody told him, but his friends were just like, just that one face, like, oh, really? But like they weren't saying anything. So then he ended up finding out. He was like, oh, and he just zipped it back up and kept going.
It's just an awkward situation to be in because, like, if you tell someone their fly's down, you're admitting to like
Kind of
looking down there.
Yeah. So it's kind of like slightly pervert-like in a way because you're figuring out that their fly's open.
True.
But in a way, it is also kind of a reality check in a sense. So
Would you want someone to tell you?
Yes.
Yes.
absolutely.
I would just
I'd just
say
red, but I would be so glad they told me for anyone else that is.
I would just not look and then say, zip up your pants.
Now, if this is my friend, and I absolutely want to humiliate him, I will not tell a soul.
Michael, that's cruel.
Why would you want to humiliate?
You want to tell him?
It's funny, okay? It can be funny at times.
Yeah, but you just said if it happened to you, you would want him to tell you.
Yeah, if it happened to me, I wouldn't tell me. But if it happened to someone else, I wouldn't tell them. I wouldn't tell them.
What's going on down
Do you
there?
realize how bad you sound?
Yeah.
Vantage is a production of the Boys and Girls Club of Westchester Liberty. Have a question for our Vantagers? Message us on Instagram at BGC Westchester Liberty and at the Club WCL. Thanks for listening.